Pop squat! Ow! Hit myself right in the sternum. I am looking forward to this just because I so love this guy's name. Earl Sweatshirt. I love that name. Sweatshirt. It's like surreal. Just, I love it. Also from Chicago, I just happened to notice. Thebe? Thebe? Probably Thebe. Thebe Neruda. Ooh, boy, that is a cool last name. I don't even know how to start that. Kagositzel? I don't know. I'm sure I'm not getting that right. I have a bad last name. My last name is terrible. And this is worse because it's really difficult. Kagositzel? Gasitzel? I don't know. I'm sorry. I have no idea. Earl Sweatshirt is a much better name in my opinion. That is his stage name. He is an American rapper, songwriter, and record producer. Oh yeah, and then they're going to use his last name. He was originally known by the moniker Sly Tendencies when he began rapping in 2008, but soon changed his name when Tyler, the Creator, invited him to join his alternative hip-hop collective Odd Future in late 2009. He gained recognition and critical praise for his debut mixtape Earl, which he released in March of 2010. Oh wow, that's so long ago. I think I was down in California then. At the young age of 16, shortly after its release, his mother sent him to a boarding school in Samoa for at-risk teens for a year and a half. Holy cow. He was unable to record music during his tenure there, but returned to Los Angeles in February 2012, just before his 18th birthday. Earl joined... I'm not going to say his last name, because I can't say it. Earl rejoined Odd Future and started producing new music, releasing his debut studio album, Doris, in 2013. His second album, I Don't Like Shit, I Don't Go Outside, followed in 2015, and his third, Some Rap Songs, released in 2018. His projects have all received widespread critical praise. He is currently signed to the independent label Tan Cressida, which was formerly distributed by Columbia Records. On November 1st, 2019, he released an EP titled Feet of Clay. He is known for what? Ooh, what's his father's name? Keo Rapetzi. And Cheryl Harris is his mother. That's a very much simpler name. Oh, hip-hop, abstract hip-hop. I'm curious. Experimental hip-hop, love it. Alternative hip-hop, got it. And horrorcore. Ooh, I like the sound of that stuff. Or at least I've liked the horrorcore stuff that I've heard so far, and the other things also sound good. Born in Chicago, Illinois, to Cheryl Harris, a law professor at University of California, Los Angeles, and his father, whose name I'm not going to try again. Oh, a South African poet and political activist. Okay, Harris and the father separated when Thebe was 6 years old. He attended UCLA Lab School in Los Angeles and the New Roads High School and Middle School in Santa Monica, California. Okay, so it sounds like he was born in Chicago, but then probably grew up mostly in California. Yeah, I'm totally down to hear this. And we are going to listen to the song Solace from 2015 off of the album Solace as well. I should have clicked on this already because there might be an ad, so let's see what we get here. Did it work? It did. Oh, no ad. So let's go. I'm going to jump in here. It is... Ooh, 10 minutes long. Is this maybe the whole 10-minute album? That's not true. 10 minutes. Let's go. I have no idea. Earl Sweatshirt. Solace. It's kind of spooky. Very poltergeist. iced feel to me.
Late for everything, my face to the cement, that's how I always seen it. I spent days faded and anemic. You can see it in my face, I ain't been eating, I'm just wasting away. Look like the way that River Phoenix went gon' end up my fate. And when they drag me out the gutter, mail the ashes to my mother. Twist a split a bone, finish my plate. Slip a pistol for my niggas in chains. My middle was caged. See, I ain't been to prison, but the feeling's the same. Share sentiment, winning if the pen hit the page as of late. I've been watching every bitch of my space. Shit just looking different with age. Try and make some sense of all this shit in my brain. One foot stuck in a tar pit of my ways.
The music in the background there was really interesting. It kind of, I'm not even sure what it was, like if it was bluesy or what, but or rocky, like rock music, sort of. I'm really not sure.
Been to prison, but the feeling's the same. Share sentiment, winning if the pen hit the page as of late. I've been watching every bitch of my space. Shit just looking different with age. Try and make some sense of all this shit in my brain. One foot stuck in a tar pit of my ways. I've been alone for the longest. It's trouble the way that we jog, and nothing gon' save us to stop us. Me and my nibbling conscience. Nigga, I'm fixing to give up. I've been alone for the longest.
So it's so crazy. And this so the beginning, like I said, kind of gave me sort of a little bit of a spooky feeling, and then there was the section that kind of had that music in the background. I really like some of the kind of metaphors he's using, like stuck in my thought, like tar pit of my thoughts or something like that, or whatever he said. I thought that was a really great lyric. And then he said something else in here, but this section of the music kind of feels like a little drunk. That's really what it sounds like, is like somebody sort of either at the bar listening to some music and it's just not hitting his ear right, or playing music and it isn't sounding quite right. There's a little twist to it. I'm not sure what all of that means, but that's sort of the feeling I get from it.
Been alone for the longest. It's split. I ain't splitting no time soon. My brain split in two. It's raining a bit. I hope it's a monsoon, my face in the sink. I'm seeing my mom soon. I faded, I stink. Stay getting alright.
So jazz to me. Like the whole thing is jazz. I like that. Very light. Kind of reminds me of like a flowery field. I don't know why.
Start to cry when I see them, cause they remind me of seeing it. These the times that I need it the most, cause I feel defeated. And I buy nothing by myself, my second thoughts, my second. And I buy nothing by myself, my hands. I start to cry when I see them, cause they remind me of seeing it. These the times that I need it the most, cause I feel defeated. And I buy nothing but myself, my second thoughts, my hectic process of thinking, and all my doubts, and I think I know knocking there sleeping, he on the couch, that's my brother. Give me a boost when my confidence needed, so I love him. To tell the truth, I got a problem with eating, I be drugging. To tell the truth, I'm not supposed to be off in here, I'm supposed to be sleeping. But I be turning and tossing. To tell the truth, I miss my partner them. To tell the truth, you can't be lying when you the wrongest, fam. To tell the truth, I'm at a loss of friends. But time waits for no man, and death waits with cold hands. I'm the youngest old man that you know. If your soul intact, let me know.
I really like this part. Better stop. Yeah, this is not a song that is ever gonna get played anywhere but on your own music playing station, whatever it is you use. What this really reminds me of. So two things is what it reminds me of, and I didn't want to stop because I mean I did once or twice, but I didn't want to stop through most of it because it really is another form of hip hop jazz, right? Like all these different things being combined together, and sure, it's got some lyrics. The lyrics are, I mean, good. I already commented on that, and it's interesting because then he goes from sort of really kind of nebulous stuff that he's talking about to much more concrete and real things in his life, like his hands and his brother sleeping in the other room, and the fact that his brother is always there to like tell him the truth and give him a boost when he needs it, and that's really cool. But other than the jazz thing, because it's all over the place, right? There's so much different stuff going on, and I can absolutely see this being such a great song to have on in the background when you're doing stuff, because you just sort of like fall into it. You just start dun, 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 you know, it's just great for that. But what the other thing it reminds me of, other than jazz, is and I say jazz, and I really want to expand on that a little bit more, because it's not just jazz. With jazz, you have certain instruments, right? This is a hip hop version of jazz where he's pulling in music, he's pulling in weird sounds and special effects. He's pulling in I don't remember if there were any like samples of voices or things like that, but there could be, right? And it's almost anything is able to be tossed in here to create this overall thing. And that's enough talking about jazz. And then the other thing it really, really, really reminds me of that I think is absolutely fascinating is it sounds like I just watched a movie that I couldn't see. And that is super cool. Like if I just listen to it through all the way again, it really would be like a movie. It would be like a soundtrack to a movie where there would be things going on the screen. I'm just not privy to see them. Like I don't. It's not included in this. It's just the sounds. And that is really, really neat because it takes that whole idea that we talked about previously of like sculpting a sound picture or a picture out of sound, right? And this is more like sculpting an entire scene, an entire movie, an entire show out of the sound, and you get to sort of associate what you want with it. It's super cool. Like no wonder he's known for experimental stuff and alternative stuff. This is so far out there, and this is years old, right? This is from 2015, 2013, something like that. I think the video said 2015, but the album itself was 2017, 2013. Really neat. I really like that idea about like an audio movie. It's really cool. It's really cool. That's a really neat idea. And I don't know if he presents it like that, right? That's just what I get out of it, because I'm trying. My brain is trying to assign some meaning to all the different styles throughout, and there are 5, 6 different 7 different things going on here in different sections, and it feels like you're moving from one subject matter, one scene to the next all along the way, and it's really, really, really cool. And not cool like in a, oh, that's really hip and sounds awesome and blah blah blah. No, it's cool in a, you really got to think about it. You really got to engage with this in a completely different way than almost all other music, except maybe jazz, which is the other thing it reminds me of, because jazz is crazy. Like, but this isn't. That's the other thing, right? This isn't jazz. He's not. It's not a band making up the music as they go along and feeding off of each other. This is planned from beginning to end. So maybe it is really more like that whole movie idea that I was talking. It's a really, really cool idea. It's a really cool idea. I would be really curious about, like, if he has any more traditional style of hip hop and music that he makes. Like, does he have any dancey songs? Does he have any I'm Awesome songs? Does he have any, yeah. Earl Sweatshirt. And the name is perfect. The name also super experimental, super weird, out of left field, surreal, right? Like, it is not a name, and it is not music that you just go, oh yeah, this is perfectly normal. This is what I would expect all music to be like. No, he's really pushing some boundaries here and doing some really cool stuff. I need to find something more recent by him to see kind of where he's gone. Really great, and it doesn't surprise me that he was young when he made this stuff, because he doesn't know what rules he's breaking. He doesn't know what he shouldn't be doing, right? At least not everything. I'm sure he's very, very knowledgeable about music, and even at the time that this was made, he was probably very, very knowledgeable about music. But there's like this, just the power of not knowing what he should do, and he has harnessed that in a way that is so absolutely fantastically cool and different, and people who know all the rules get stuck in them. And he did not get stuck. He is all over the place in a fantastic way. It's really, really cool. I like this. I might have to listen to the entire album. This was so interesting, because I'm super curious about what else he does. Super curious. And this isn't me, like, I'm not excited about the music, right? The music is just like, okay, this is a song. I'm excited about the ideas that he brought to the music, and sort of why he did this, and it's really cool just for that. It's too laid back to be an exciting, like, oh man, that was awesome. Like, it's too laid back for that. And I mean, and the name is Solace, which is sort of like you're taking solace, you're taking comfort in something, right? And it kind of feels very comfortable, but in very different ways all along the 10 minutes of the song. Really neat stuff. Really neat stuff. Yeah, people who just want to listen to good time music would hate this, because it is not that at all. Not at all. You could play this for 100 people and 10 people like it, but they're gonna love it, those 10 people, and that is really, really cool. Oh man, yeah, I gotta hear more by him, because that is very, very cool. And I hope he does all sorts of different stuff. I have no idea, but based on this, I bet he doesn't do this sort of thing all the time. I bet this sort of like laid back, very calm, comforting sort of music. It's cool. That's really, really neat. That is really cool. Oh, love experimental stuff. So good. That's all I gotta say. I'm really kind of blown away by this. The more I think about it, the more great it is. It's like those experimental movies like Koyaanisqatsi, and I don't know if I got that name right, or Um, just some really weird. I'm not familiar enough with Fellini to say if it's like Fellini, but just really sort of different sort of cinema where it's very experimental and off kilter, and this just happens to be a song like that that's really kind of calm and good, and I love it. Pop Squat, checking out. I will definitely find out some more stuff, or find some more stuff by him, because this was neat. And I'm sure there are going to be people who watch this video who go, why are you wasting your time listening to this when we could be listening to something that's like a perfectly crafted rap hit? And nope, this is the opposite end of that spectrum, and this is just as valid a type of music. So cool. So cool. Alright, see you in a bit. Bye.